So I shot this video about a year or so ago, and I didn't think much of it. But this conversation just shows me that people, when they can't defend the information, will try to nitpick something and think that that is the solution to the information that was presented. See, I did a video about a year or so ago while driving in my car called something like God Hates Women. And one of the stories, the first story that I utilized was the story of Lot. Now, I did keep saying Job. I kept mixing up the name Job and Lot. So I kept saying Job instead of Lot. But I told the right story of Lot. But not only this gentleman, but many others, all they could center on is the fact that I used the word Lot. I used Job. And that just tore down the whole argument. Because that's all they could hear. That's all they could know. But it just shows that people, when they are emotionally brainwashed into something, if they find one little thread, they believe that that thread will pull and the whole thing comes apart, but it doesn't. The story of Lot is still the story of Lot. Whether I use the name Job or not, doesn't matter. I could have used the wrong verse. But the story is still there in your book. The story still demonstrates how your God hates women, in the fact that he was saying that, don't rape the angels, but you can rape my daughters. And that was something that God considered Lot to be a good dude. Because remember, Abraham was like, if I can find 100 people or 10 people, they was negotiating with your God. And then Lot was the only one. He said Lot was a righteous man, a good man. But he was willing to sacrifice his daughters because they were just property. But according to Gerald, I'm lost in the sauce because I kept saying Job instead of Lot. Which Angelina told him it must have went over his head. I'm not going to say it went over his head. Probably did. But what I am saying is that when you are so caught up and brainwashed into something that when information is provided and you can't defend your point, you can't take away from what I'm saying simply because you are so focused on trying to find something. Other people call me crazy. That's the easiest way you want to try to get rid of somebody is to call them crazy, to get people to say that, okay, they're crazy, so we can discount everything that they say. The fact still remains that this video was made over a year ago. It's gotten a lot of views over the last 6 weeks, but yet nobody can go against the story that Lot was willing to give up his daughters because women are seen as just property in your Bible, and they have no value other than birth and chastity. So talk about that.